Hello everyone. So in this video I'll be going through a tool called Trivy, and this is an image scanning tool, and this is part of Certified Kubernetes Security Specialist exam. So this tool Trivy helps in image scanning. So in the exam they may ask you to scan a few images or pods to scan whether they contain any vulnerability like high or critical vulnerability. So you can use this tool. So if you just do a Google search for Trivy installation, you will come to this page, Trivy installation, and this tool can be installed on your local machine on Linux, Debian, Arch Linux, or Mac using Homebrew, Nix, install script, Windows binary. So it can be installed on all platforms, and you can also use Docker pull, like a Docker container to run it on your local machine. So you can just choose whichever platform you are using. But in my case, I'm using Mac, so I'll be using brew install home Trivy, and then I will go through some examples on how to use this tool. So let's get started. So I have command prompt open here. So first I will install the Trivy using brew install. So in my case, it's already installed, so it's saying it's already installed. Next thing that you should do is check whether you can, what is the command line parameters that you can specify. So just do a Trivy help. So in case the version is different from the exam and the one which you are using, you should basically do a Trivy help, and it will give you immediately the command Trivy global commands, etc., etc. And then it will tell you like basic command Trivy image and the image name Python 3.4 Alpine. So you can also do a scan a tar file if you have taken an image and made it to a tar file, and you can do a file system. You can run in server mode. These are the available commands: config file system, help image, Kubernetes, scan a Kubernetes cluster. So you can directly do a Trivy Kubernetes and a cluster name, and repository. You can scan a remote repository. All those options are there. So moving on. So next I'll show you a couple of examples, right? The basic. So this is a very vulnerable image. So if I just do like this, it will show me a lot of vulnerability inside that image. So it has given me a lot of severity is high and critical. All these are like part of vulnerable image. So moving on. So next we can just take a very famous like Nginx image, and we can run a Trivy image Nginx. So that has also given like a lot of high, So of course in the exam it will be like very long output. So in the exam they may ask you to just find images which are like high or critical. So you can actually do this one is much better. Like you can do a grep, and I'm passing -i for case insensitive, and I'm saying critical. It will just tell me whether it contains critical or not. Instead of like, because the terminal will be very small in the exam, so better you can do like this. So I'll just show one more example. So this another example is like if they ask you to say whether high and critical both, so you can give something like this: dash capital E for extended regex, and I for case insensitive. And when you have dash E, so you have to give format like this, like pattern 1, then pipe separate, then followed by a pipe and the other second pattern. So it will tell you both whether high or critical. So it has given me both high and critical. So just one more time, like for the vulnerable image. So it has given me high critical for the test image. So this is the last command which I'll be running. So let's say you have like lots of commands. So if you want to do some automation, this is just for your knowledge. In the exam you may not be required to do so. But if you have 4-5 images, you can just put like a for loop like this. So what I'm doing is for I in image name 1, image name 2. This is the Cube API server I'm pulling in from the GCR repository, and this is Cube Controller Manager which I'm pulling in from the official GCR repository, and the fourth one is the test vulnerable image. So when do, and then you can run this command. It will just go and scan all the 4 images. So you will see the image, the second and third image doesn't have any vulnerability. So it's saying high 0, critical 0, high 0, critical 0, and I'm printing out the image name. So Cube API server, the current version v230 doesn't have any severity which are high and critical, and same with Cube Controller Manager. And the other one which we have already seen, Nginx, and the other vulnerable image has the lot of severity, and they give the CVE number also. Yeah. So that's all there I have for the Trivy image. And in the next session, I will just show you how to use Trivy for scanning the multiple ports. So this is the very basic example of how to directly scan the images. So as I've shown, you don't have to pull the image; it will pull for you and scan for you. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye.